Hello and welcome to a tutorial of how to mod Yandere Simulator textures and using Photoshop. I'm gonna be doing the basics and tricks of Photoshop whilst also telling you how I retexture Yandere Simulator. Okay, so the first things that you need is obviously Yandere Simulator and UABEA and Asset Studio. So going on to Asset Studio, you want to open Asset Studio GUI.exe. Now it will come up with this, and you want to press File and Load File. And you want to go to your Yandere Simulator folder. So in here you will have your Yandere Simulator, and you're going to go to Yandere Simulator Data, and then scroll down until you find Shared Asset 0. Then scroll all the way down and select all of these. And then when they open, they will take a moment, but then we're going to go into Asset List. Now this will all load up. You will have a bunch of these. Now if we're going to be editing the textures only today, go to Filter Type and then Texture 2D. Texture 2D is just like images of what you're going to be editing. So what we're going to do is you could take all your time looking through these if you wanted, or you could search for what you're trying to mod first. Now I know exactly what I want to mod, which is my wall. So I'm going to search for wall. And the wall that I want to edit is specifically wall 01, which is here. Oh, maybe it's not that what I want to edit. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to be downloading interior exterior window wall. And right click and press export selected assets, which you're going to put into, I'm going to put it into my desktop. And you don't want to go into a folder, just put it on your desktop and then it will create its own folder called Texture 2D. You won't have all these, but these are because I've already done these. So you can see that we have the interior exterior window wall here. I'm also just going to go through and check all of the walls that I need to be doing, which is this one. Selecting the desktop again. Oh, I could do more. You can have an infinite amount of how many you want to download, but I'm just going to go off now. So you don't need to save anything. Asset Studio is simply just for exporting the assets. Okay? Now we're going to open, oh my gosh, why am I lagging? Okay, go into Photoshop. And we're going to press open. Okay, so you just want to go on to open and then select the Texture 2D. So before we do anything, we're going to import the wall texture like so. Putting this into each corner.
In each corner and similar songs.
What the hell?
Music.
Alexa, stop! Anyways, that was odd. So rasterize the layer. I feel like I haven't. There we go. That's perfect. Right, rasterize the layer and get the marquee selection tool, selecting all of this white bit here. Now, holding the Alt key, we're gonna do the rest of the rectangle bit area that we don't need. So we're gonna get rid of here and the edges. Just like that. So we're going to get the Magic Wand tool, and I have it on Tolerance 2. We're going to be holding Alt and then clicking on the pixels that aren't the grey bit. Now we zoom out and it should be perfect. Okay, Now then, going on to bricks, we're going to select the bricks layer. And now to invert it so that we can erase the bits outside the selection area, we're going to press Ctrl, Shift and I. This inverts the selection area first, where we are going to be erasing it with the eraser tool. Okay, now, holding down onto the brush, we're going to make this as a black layer on a new layer. So now that we have a darkened area around it, I'm going to be setting this to soft light so that it matches the darker tone of my bricks. Now File, Export, Quick Export as PNG, and save it as what it's called. Don't change it to anything else or else it'll get quite confusing. Okay, now that we've had that sorted, I can get rid of my last one that I did and export that as well. Because I did make a little whoopsie and I shouldn't have darkened it. Okay, now we don't have to save it in Photoshop because there's no reason to really for it to export and get as PNG. So now that we've quit out, we're gonna open UABEA Windows. Now scrolling down, we should find the exe down here. Now File, Open, just like we did with the Asset GUI. And then again, Shared Assets, scroll all the way down and get all 59 of them. This is going to take ages, like around 5 to 10 minutes. So I will be back when it loads. Okay, now it's finally loaded after quite a bit of time. So now that we have all of the assets once again, this is different because we do not preview the assets. So we're going to go to View, Filter, and then deselect all because we just want the text 2Ds. Take that and then press off it and it will reload it. Also press Name so that it sorts by alphabetical order so you can actually look physically through in case the search filter doesn't work. So now you want to go to where you've been saving your new textures, which is... okay. Mine's here. So these two are looking a little bit different, which I should probably fix myself. But it's okay. Right, so I'm going to copy the name by pressing F2 and Control C. And then we're going to go to Control F to search and then Control V to paste. If it says this, just type it manually and hope that it works. So you might just want to separate these. Exterior window. So it says can't find any assets that match. I don't know why it does this, okay? So if you go all the way down to E. Because it's in alphabetical order, we go all the way down to E and X. I can tell exterior window wall. Okay. So press plugins, edit texture, okay, and then load, which you will then put in your text 2D file that you've just done, and then save. And then the same for the other one. We're going to be going to I for interior. We could try and search it. There we go, so this one works. Plugins, edit, okay, load, and then load in the second one, and save. There is also something that I have to edit myself, so I'll be doing that whilst I'm here. Okay, so now that we have done that, in the texture 2D file that we have, we're going to press File and Save As. To save our changes, we're going to press Save, don't change the name. Save, and then save, and then save. And you may have a different amount of shared assets, but that's okay either way. So now you can just go ahead and close out of that, and then you're gonna select all these and go to your Yandere Simulator folder, which is here. We're gonna go to Yandere Simulator Data, and then select all these, drag it into there, replace the files in the destination. Boom, boom, boom. And now we're gonna open up our Yandere Simulator. Now if you look, we have our school. So everything is loaded into a different texture now. Obviously I've done this over time and changed things, so I promise you this is the texture that we've just put in, but it's just some of it might be a little bit different, which is okay. And I have some broken textures which I should fix. But I'm also going to use Pose Mod to show my character. Oh dear. There we go. This is my character. She also has custom animations like sitting and lying, which is very fun. So to change the textures of all of these, we'd have to find which textures they are individually, and although it is a pain in the butt, Yandere Dev is relatively organized with his textures, at least, not with the coding, but that's another story. I would also like to say that I do not support the creative by playing this game. I just like to play it, and I don't like him personally because of what he did, so just putting that out there. And now for an extra cheeky tutorial is how to use Pose Mod. So typing debug on your keyboard, you will be able to press backslash and then I believe it's normal slash and then R. Now instead of normal talking, you can pose them. Make sure to stop the animation and then perform animation. And that is how you do that. Now with all of these combined, you can make a very good modded Yandere Simulator game. Whee!